like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I would also like to acknowledge the existence of people of African descent in Nova Scotia for over 400 years. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please rise for the entrance of this year's Medal of Bravery recipients and today's speakers. Comeau. Deveau. Terrence Leblanc. Corkum. Conor Scott. Michelle Stewart. Lake. Alexander Munroe. Chair Tom Steele. Premier Tim Houston. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good morning, Premier Houston, my House of Assembly colleagues, honored recipients and guests, the Advisory Committee Chair Tom Steele, Mi'kmaq Elder Joe Michael, family members and guests. I am pleased to welcome you today to the presentation of the 2024 Nova Scotia Medal of Bravery. Today we honor 8 very special Nova Scotian heroes. To begin, I would like to invite Sir Dr. Joe Michael, Elder, Captain of the Mi'kmaq Grand Council, and Elder in Residence at Acadia University, to the podium. Elder Michael is a retired RCMP officer and was the first Mi'kmaq member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He helped to develop the RCMP's Aboriginal community policing model, which is still in use today.
Thank you. Go away. Welcome to our territory, as we have welcome long ago, not too far from here, Pier 21. It's an honor to be asked to participate in this ceremony. As the participants walked in, I could see their spirits of their ancestors of such honor, their bravery beyond the call of duty. And it was such an honor that in their presence that I will do the smudging. And that's something that must be protected, because a lot of my elders have told me, Joe, Goodnamutt means they're taken, stealing. And my elder worked in this building. He taught me. And I think most of them would know now. I've seen his picture downstairs. He was Sergeant of Arms. He was a well-respected elder. He's in the spirit world now. So I made a promise on his deathbed that I would protect it and ensure that our culture is alive. So I'll start the ceremonies and the smudging. In the process, the smudging is you'll see smoke, and that's to get rid of all the negative energy or entities that are here. I don't do it to people because I don't know, and I respect everybody's religion. This is cleansing. This is not a religious form. This is clearing the mind, clearing our thoughts. And this is why I'm doing the smudging. And I'll probably be smudging the Premier and, is it Cabinet? The gentleman. That was it, what's his? I'll do them anyway. And, and the participants, if they wanted to, they can, but like I said, I respect all religion, all forms of the higher power, and I'll just kind of smudge the room. Just prior to smudging, I'm just going to make a offer of prayers for our ancestors and all the good people that are here. And I honor the people that went beyond and above in their daily lives. Thank you. I thank you. And all the people that come in to honor you, to see you receive your award, their loving family. And for those who have gone into the spirit world, they're receiving that award too. And I thank all their spirits. We we're all in school on here. Grandfathers and grandmothers, we are honored in today's date for special people who have gone beyond and have proven they are true warriors, where fear did not enter their mind, their safety, helping people. It is nice to see humanity in that way. We give thanks for everybody, your families, and the trauma that you guys went through, what you've seen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all that negative energy by smudging and protection. I'm just going to go out and smudge just a little bit here. And I'll come and smudge. The ancestors are in this room. They give thanks. They say, well, Holland, thank you very much in our language. And today is a special day that marks for these individuals. As I watch them come in, there was somebody behind them like these spirits. But the spirits of their ancestors were walking with these fine people. True warriors they are. Well, Holland, my friends, my brothers and sisters, our grandfathers and all our grandmothers, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Joe Michael Alder, for starting us off in a good way. We are here today to celebrate and honor Nova Scotian heroes with the Medal of Bravery. It is a real privilege to me to be here today as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, and I'm so honored to have the opportunity to meet all of you. I'm truly amazed and inspired by the actions of these brave individuals who, without hesitation, put themselves in danger to save or try to save the life of another. The Medal of Bravery is not an award they sought out, but when faced with challenging and dangerous circumstances, they acted quickly to try and help others. I would like to thank Mr. Tom Steele and the Medal of Bravery Advisory Committee on what I am sure was a very difficult selection process. I would also like to acknowledge all of the Nova Scotians who were nominated this year. Your bravery also deserves our thanks. And to our first responders across the province who are called to duty every day, thank you for committing to keeping Nova Scotians safe. And now we will recognize the 2024 Medal of Bravery recipients. Our first recipient, on June 14th, 2023, off-duty paramedic Carl Comeau called 911 after he came across a house fire in Digby County. When fellow paramedic Carl Deveau and Terrence Leblanc arrived, the three paramedics made the quick decision to attempt to rescue the last remaining person inside. Despite having no safety equipment, they entered the home as smoke, flames, and heat surrounded them. Sadly, the woman they tried to rescue did not survive. Mr. Comeau, Mr. Deveau, and Mr. Leblanc, will you please come forward to accept the Medal of Bravery? You can go ahead. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, and Terrence, come on down. I'm going to actually ask all three gentlemen to come back so we can have a group photo together, please. Many of us will remember on May 28, 2023, when a large fire quickly spread through Hammond's Plains and Upper Tantallon. As residents rushed to evacuate, Kevin Corkum and firefighter Conor Scott got the call that an elderly man was still inside a home in the evacuation area. Without hesitation, the two men drove a pickup truck through intense fire conditions, ran through the heat and flames to the house, kicked in the front door, and carried the man to safety. They drove through flames and thick smoke back to the command post, where they were able to reunite the man with his family. Mr. Corkum and Mr. Scott, please one at a time come forward to accept the Medal of Bravery. Gentlemen to come and pose for a group photo. On July 22nd, 2023, Nova Scotia experienced record-setting rainfall and flash flooding. Nicholas Holland and 3 others were driving through heavy rainfall along Highway 14 near Windsor when the road began to flood rapidly. The vehicle they were in was swept away by an extreme current, and the car was filled with water. Mr. Holland used the vehicle's headrest to quickly smash the windows and free 3 people trapped inside, one of whom was then able to call 911 from the roof. First responders rescued 2 of the people Mr. Holland selflessly pulled from the vehicle. Tragically, Mr. Holland and the 4th person, a youth, were separated from the others in the strong currents and did not survive. Today, we have Michelle Stewart here to accept the Medal of Bravery on behalf of Mr. Holland. Ms. Stewart was Mr. Holland's partner and one of the 3 people he freed from the submerged vehicle. I'll ask Ms. Nichols to come forward. During the afternoon of August 19, 2023, off-duty police officer Bruce Lake was hiking with friends in Fundy National Park in Alma, New Brunswick. As they began their hike along the edge of Broad River, Mr. Lake noticed a young woman in the water clinging to the rocks between two waterfalls. She continued to struggle in the strong currents, and after she didn't resurface, Mr. Lake dove in and felt through the powerful water until finally finding her. Mr. Lake was able to get both himself and the woman to safety and save her from drowning. Mr. Lake, please come forward to accept the Medal of Bravery. On the afternoon of March 6, 2023, Alex Munroe's two younger brothers were playing in the snow in their front yard when a German Shepherd began to attack one of the children. Older brother Alex and his mother immediately ran to help. As the dog began to attack his mother, 13-year-old Alex fended off the dog's attack until it released both his mother and his brother. He helped his family run to safety in their home, where he called 911 and calmly provided the operator with information for emergency services. Alex's quick action saved his family from a potentially fatal dog attack. Mr. Munroe, please come forward to accept the Medal of Bravery. On behalf of all Nova Scotians, I want to extend our gratitude for your heroism, your sacrifice, and your selflessness. It now gives me great honor and a pleasure to present the Premier of Nova Scotia, Mr. Tim Houston, to come forward and say a few words.
Well, thanks and good morning, everyone. What an honor to be here in your presence today, for sure. Folks, you're sitting in the oldest legislature in North America. So the history and the traditions in this building are pretty remarkable. And the history gets added to today as we recognize eight Nova Scotians, 8 everyday heroes who did something in the face of immediate danger that we all would ask ourselves, what would we do? We know what they did, and we're awful proud. It's stories of remarkable courage and bravery. So I know just sitting here and listening to the experiences, I could feel the emotions. I can't even imagine the emotions that each of you feel with those memories. But I'll tell you, the emotion that I felt, and I'm sure we all did, was just pride of what you did in that moment. So we thank you as Nova Scotians. And I know there's eight heroes recognized here today. But the nominations, there were a number of nominations from across the province of incredible feats that Nova Scotians did. But to get this recognition is a real honor, and it's well earned by each of you, for sure. I think what those stories we heard here, it says a lot about what we are as Nova Scotians and as Blue Nosers. We pull together to help our friends and neighbors. We look out for one another. We try to have each other's backs, and we rise to the challenge time and time again. And some challenges are just a little taller than some other ones. But last year was certainly a challenging year in our province in many respects. Devastating and unprecedented fires, for sure. The floods that we experienced, the flash floods, and the loss of life that accompany those is just a heartbreaking thing. And of course, one of our heroes today, Nick, lost his own life saving others in those experiences. And then another flash flood this year, we lost another young life. So we've had our fair share as a province, and certainly to those that lost a loved one in one of those experiences, I hope you feel the love of the community and the support for you. We certainly grieve with you through those unimaginable losses. But through each one of those events, our first responders, I do want to take a moment to recognize our first responders in general. They're there time and time again. So our firefighters, our law enforcement professionals, our paramedics, and the many other Nova Scotians that respond every time we need them in difficult situations. We can never forget what they do for us day in and day out, shift after shift after shift. So we certainly appreciate that. And on behalf of Nova Scotians, I would take this opportunity to thank our first responders for being there for us at every opportunity and keeping us safe. So they're there, they do it, but there are other times when things happen when an ordinary citizen has to step up and does step up and show a selflessness that many of us can only inspire to do in that moment. So we also are thankful for them, and we're thankful today to recognize some of those everyday heroes that find the courage to act in that moment and put their own life on the line for somebody else. So certainly for Carl and Carl and Terrence and Kevin and Conor and Michelle on Nick's behalf. But those are tough situations for sure. But Bruce was on vacation, were you? We were on vacation when the moment came and stepped up, right? So imagine that, and of course, young Alex, our youngest recipient here, putting himself in danger to help his family. These are remarkable things. So thank you to each and every one of you. When you make a decision to go into a burning building, or in the flood situation that was happening, or a wild dog, or seeing somebody drowning, these are incredible moments. And as I say, just listening to them again, it gives me a great sense of pride to be in your presence. So. The medal, the distinction of the medal is it's a significant thing. I hope you hold it near and dear. And when you look at the medal itself, it's a rare thing. Like there's not a lot of these, so it's a rare accomplishment for sure. And everything in that medal has significance. So I hope you take some time to really think about all the parts and just admire that medal and what it means, because every part of the medal symbolizes something. So for each of you here today, soak in this moment with your loved ones and your friends and your community members, and let's take a moment to think about what will we do should our time come. And let's use the inspiration of each of these people right here to do something important for Nova Scotians. So thank you to each and every one of you for being here today to share in this, but special thanks to our recipients today. And I want to thank Tom and the committee for the work that they've done. Tom is a 48-year veteran of the volunteer fire service. He told me he's calling it quits at 50 years. I doubt it, though. I know what he does for communities, and so he is in a good position to review these nominations that come forward, because he's 48 years in the fire service of responding and helping Nova Scotians. So when Tom says this group right here went above and beyond in our heroes, it means an awful lot. So congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for sharing in this today with us.
Thank you, Premier, for those kind words. We're going to conclude this part of the ceremony. We're going to ask all of the recipients to come forward so we can have a group photo. But then there is a lovely, amazing reception downstairs. So as soon as the pictures are taken, we'll ask everybody to make their way downstairs. So once again, congratulations to all the recipients, and we'll get a group photo now.